um, which is going to be the candidate object. So we already have this object called jobs. Okay, so before you start creating, this is a good habit, before you start creating something as an object, or you start putting a database table in the Salesforce, it's always a good habit to think of what you want to create and list down the fields. So the object and list down the fields. So this will give you a clear idea exactly what you need to do, what fields you want to create and all. That will make your work a little faster. That is number one. And the second thing that would help you in planning what sort of objects you should have, what kind of a relationship you should have and all that, right? So jobs we have already created. Okay, let me go ahead and create another object for candidate. So for candidate object, what all fields we will need? By default we will get what all fields: created by, last modified by, owner, and the name, right? So in this candidate field I need first name and last name. So this default name that I get, I will make it as last name. I'll create a first name field, or let me make it as first name. I'll create a custom last name field, custom field called last name, and I need an email ID and phone. Let's say this is what we need. Okay, the candidates object. So let us quickly go and create this. Setup, create objects. Job object is already there. Let me go and create the candidate object. Name field, I will change the label into first name. Okay, because for candidate I do not want to put the first name and last name both in the same field. I just want to create one first name field here, and I would move on. Click on save. The object is created. Now let me create the fields. All fields will create here. Standard fields are all there already. These all fields are already there. Last name, email and phone are the fields that we have to create. So for last name, what should be the field type? Should be text. Maximum length for the last name allowed that we want to allow is 30 characters. Okay, it's not required. Click on next. Make it visible. Click on next. Okay, save and new. We need one more field, email field. Make it email. Click on next. Email field and the phone field. So let me finish the email field first. one more field for the phone number, to store the phone number. Alright, so we have created this object and we have created all the required fields on this. We needed email, last name, phone, first name is already there in the standard fields. Created by, last modified by owner fields are already there. So the object is ready. The other thing that we have to do here is we just need to go ahead and create a tab for this so that this candidate object is available on the tab panel, right? So we will just go to setup, create tabs, and we need to create the tab here. So now we have two objects here, job and candidates, right? So this jobs object will hold all the vacancies or open positions. Candidates will hold all the people who have applied for the job, right? Or people, the candidates database that we have, all the candidates who are applying or all the people who have submitted resumes, right? So we are assuming that this is a recruiting company, this is a consulting company and it recruits for its clients, right? So whenever it gets a job vacancy, it will be from some client. It would come from some client, right? So let us think of one more object here. So we have already talked about these two objects. Job also has these fields. I think apart from these things, it has a skill field. Okay. So these two objects are already there. Now you need one more object to store information of the companies who are your clients, right? And you need to track which all companies you deal with and the jobs that you get from them, right? Or the job openings that you get from them. So for storing companies, again I need to create an object. So let me just create that object as well here. So the object has been created. Let me create a couple of fields here. Let's say on the company, I want a few fields which are like address, let's say these are the fields that I want for the company. So these 4 fields are already there: address, country, city, and website. Now while you start creating this thing, you see I am creating one extra column every time here, right? This is for you to write the data type. What type of data will go into this? Fine. Now you have understood that we list down all the fields. The other thing that you should do is you should also write down the data types here. So address will be text, country will be pick list. You can make country as text also, but I am taking it as a pick list or a drop down. City will be pick list, this will be URL. So these data types should come from the list of data types which are available in Salesforce when you create the field. Fine.